And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes, and I'm back with another video, man. So I was gonna do a market video, but I'll end up doing that one later. So if you're new to the channel, drop a subscription, man. Like this video, comment down below what you think of the pack drop today, because I'm conflicted. But either way, today we're gonna be doing a gameplay with the new Glitched Dino Radja. The reason I chose him over any other card is A, I didn't draw any of the other ones except Glen Rice, and B, this is an Amethyst that's going for around 50k right now. So yeah, 6'11", 225, massive wingspan, I think like 7'3", something like that. Crazy wingspan. The Ruby Dino was already really good earlier in the year. 91 mid, 91 3, 85 driving dunk, 79 ball handle, 85 block, and he's got a massive wingspan, so it actually feels more like a 90 something. 84 speed, 80 speed with ball. He does feel a little slow, I will say. 85 pass intercept, 65 on ball steal, 85 shot contest, 85 block. 5 foul tendency and a 3 play discipline, which is kind of suspect, but whatever. Hoff corner specialist, dude's got 52 badges. Holy shit. Gold catch and shoot difficult shots so he can hit runners, relentless finisher, rim protector. He's got pretty much every defensive badge that you could want, minus clamps. You are going to have to clamp him up yourself. He does have showtime as well as heart crusher, quick first step, flexible, hot zone hunter, range extender, no steady. He's got volume. There are a couple shooting badges you'll need to give him. Obviously, like clamps is probably going to be helpful, and interceptor obviously will be helpful as well. Those are a couple badges I'd recommend giving him. He has 4 badge slots. Those should be 2 of them. Deadeye would be extremely helpful, and the last one can be whatever you want it to be, whether it be like needle threader, bailout, just depends on your play style. But we're going to run some limited with him, and some TTO. So this is the squad. We're running Jarrett Jack, Dissinger, Byron Russell, Jonathan Isaac, Roten, Rex Chapman, Ronnie Brewer, Paul Silas, and Thon Maker. Jump in the comments if you want an actual limited tips video. So we're in shoot around right now. I've played a triple threat offline game with Dino. He moves pretty well. His jump shot is really nice offline. Like offline, it's super easy to time, but I just don't know if that's going to translate to online. Just thinking back to the other Dino card, I was able to hit pretty well with him offline, but when it came to online with that little bit of lag, because I'm a meter on guy. If you're a meter off guy, it shouldn't be much different, but I'm a meter on guy, and that little bit of lag kind of kills him a little bit. See, it's very easy to green offline. Bam, I just greened like 4 in a row, and I'm really not the best shooter in the world. So, like I said, relatively easy to green online or offline. Online, it gets a little bit tougher. Just because of that little bit of lag, he does have like that slower jump shot because its release timing is on normal as opposed to quick. It does get a little bit iffy. He can hit from this deep, you just got to time it well, which I mean is true with any player realistically, but from inside the line here with that gold range extender and the badges he does have, especially from the corners, he's lethal. Like from the corner, if you have him playing power forward and you're running like a Hawks freelance, he's going to be in the corners quite a bit. And he's an absolute lethal jump shooter from them, even when you have someone contesting it. Though that's kind of when you want to have Deadeye. So adding Deadeye to Dino, if you do plan on using him in like an everyday role, is probably a pretty good idea. At least getting him up to like, I don't know, gold Deadeye. I was going to say silver, but you know, he does have a pretty decent moving shot as well. Like you can definitely green that pretty well. If you don't green it, it's not going in though, straight up. Like he has gold difficult shots, and on current gen, yeah. I mean, if you're on next gen, he's going to be fucking greening fadeaways and leaners like it's nobody's business, especially with that max wingspan. It's going to be hard to even contest him, especially if you have like a Deadeye on him. It's going to be tough. Now, in current gen, you can't really hit leaners like you can next gen, but you can from in regards to mid-range. 3-point leaners are a little bit tougher, but mid-range fades and leaners, easy peasy on current gen. He's got a decent one. It reminds me kind of LeBron's. When you go and drift to the right side, when you drift to the left, it's a little bit different. But he does have one of the easier jump shots to time as far as using meter off, in my opinion. It's pretty pronounced when he gets up to the top of his release. So, I'm not really a meter off guy. Bang. Cash. So we're going to play some triple threat. I'm going to run him, Glen Rice, and Brian Russell, who I'm a fan of I don't know. I don't know about Glenn Rice. I'm a little torn on him, but Brian Russell, I liked his Sapphire card a lot earlier in the year, so I'm guessing I'm going to like his updated card. He does have that Evo, which I haven't Evo'd yet, but I'm a little stoked to Evo him up. I might, just like Jarrett Jack, I might get him up to the point where he's Evo'd and then just leave him alone for a little bit, just so I can use him during Ruby challenges and limited and stuff like that. I'm not sure if once I Evo Jarrett Jack that I can still use him in limited, and he's actually really important for limited this week, just because I don't want to be using a point guard. So 2K's matchmaking is just messed up again because they got me matched up with Festus, Azili, Daniel Gibson, and somebody who's creative player. So I don't know. Look at this matchmaking. Like, this probably the first time it's benefited me in a really long time, but let's get to work with Radja. Like I said, I haven't played online with him yet, so I'm a little interested. Glenn Rice feels pretty good. All right. That was a bad shot, but either way, you can kind of see what I'm talking about in regards to his jump shot. Like, it's a little bit harder to time online. Most jump shots are, but his jump shot specifically, just because it's on normal release in his jump shot, but attacking the rim, man, my man is lethal. He's got enough speed to get around most centers in regards to, like, I don't know. Obviously, he's not going to get around someone like an Anthony Davis or like Hakeem or someone like that, someone with a little bit better speed. But majority of budget centers, he's getting right around. Like, it's no question. Once I get his shot timing down, it's over. There we go, 1% covered hit. So 4 points for Dino real quick. Like I said, this isn't really a great test of strength. I mean, the guy has a decent defensive team. Well, not a defensive team, but Festus Azili is a decent defensive matchup for Dino. I'll splash that. I will say he's missing a lot of whites. I don't really know what that's about. It could just be the power balancing, just because I have so much better of a team. Maybe that has something to do with it. Step backs. Oh. Gotta say, once I get his release timing down online, though, he's going to be an absolute lethal card. And I'm pretty stoked for that. Now, the idea of this whole video is, like, should you pay 50K for this dude? Because he's literally going for, like, 40, 50K at this point, which I think is a little rash. He's not, I will say, like, he doesn't move like that much better than the Ruby version. So if you're a big fan of the Ruby version, you're going to be a big fan of this one. He's just a more well-rounded version of what the Ruby kind of does. He's a little faster, his stats are much better, etc. But you get the general idea if you've used that Dino. Hit that. There we go. He does have that gold range extender too, so you can kind of splash with it. He also has, like, you know, gold hot zone hunter. He's got hot zones everywhere. Oh, Glenn Rice is stealing the ball. There we go. Ooh, you knew I was going to step back on that one. Mr. Angel. Oh, he's sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken. That's pretty cool. All right, let's give it to my man Dino. No one else is going to take a shot. Hit it. There we go. Out of catch and shoot situations, he's absolutely godly. I will say that. Like, you can definitely run him as, like, a point forward or a point center, but it's not going to be like the Pink Diamond Dino last year where he's going to be an absolute god tier. That was a bad shot on my part. But, yep, corner shots. There we go. Starting to get it timed a little bit. I just now realized I'm winning 16-0. I kind of feel bad. But I have, like, a way better team. This isn't really, like, it's not my fault, dude. I'm sorry. But, yeah, I mean, that definitely is no Pink Diamond from last year. I think roughly badge count-wise, he's probably the same. This one obviously shoots a lot better than that Dino last year, but everything else is worse. So don't expect that guy, but at the same time, like, this card is without question the best Amethyst big man in the game, and I'd be willing to say he's better than a majority of Diamond big men as well. Like, I would take this Dino right now, just using him a little bit over, like, Rudy Gobert or Brook Lopez, just because of the versatility he brings. And the other thing is, man, is he can shoot off of the dribble, which is huge. Like, some of those other guys can't do that. The only other, like, big men that can really do that in this game are, like, Anthony Davis and Blake Griffin, and I feel like there's someone else. DeMarcus Cousins can a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of that card, but he's pretty solid. Like, I'll pick him up once his price goes lower. Oh, there we go. Festus Ezeli just threw a dunk down on it. But we'll get a little bit more of a telling. Oh, there we go. It's got that super slow step back, but Oh, splash. Let's go play some limited and really test them out. All right, so we're against Jarrett Jack, Clarkson, Petey Granger, Jeff Green, and Embry. Okay, Embry's actually a really good matchup for Dino Radja. This couldn't have worked out any better. Wayne Embry is still one of the better centers in this game, even though he's a bit outdated at this point, especially defensively. So him and Radja are going to be a solid matchup. If Dino Radja, because I'm not the greatest 2K player in the world, we all know this. So if I'm able to get buckets with Radja against Wayne Embry, especially if he's letting the CPU, then I should be just fine. So we got a mismatch on Jarrett Jack already. All right, easy. This should work out well. Either he's going to come cover me and there's an open shooter, or he's just going to let me do this. Okay, that's fine. I am not a good post player. It should have been way smoother, but it is what it is. Dino Radja's his badge count is absurd. Oh, Dissinger, are you really getting done up by Jordan Clarkson right now? For shame. For shame. There we go. All right, let's test his free throw out and see if he's got a decent free throw. Free throw is pretty easy to time for sure. It's a little bit on the slower side, but once you get used to it, it's pretty butter. So, and then even if you don't time it all the way, you still got an upper 80s free throw for the most part. So he's not going to miss too many of them, which is key. Especially when it comes to big men, you definitely don't want your big men missing free throws, because then the person you're playing against is just going to hack the shit out of you all the time for no reason. So that's kind of the major downside with running like guys like Shaq and stuff like that, is if it comes to a crunch situation, they can just hack your big man. There we go. Another mismatch with Clarkson. Put it up. Yep. So in the post, if there's ever a mismatch, if Dino is bigger than the other person even slightly, he has the badge count to score quite a bit. And with the way 2K's defensive rotations work with the CPU, like, okay, did you even try to play defense, Jonathan Isaac, or you just literally push him? Whatever. But the way the CPU plays defense, like, it'll switch up all the time for seemingly no reason. So you can definitely take advantage of that when it comes to somebody who doesn't realize that 2K is going to be doing that and is playing a very hard off-ball style defense. You can kind of just manipulate the matchups. Wayne Embry. Wayne Embry's good, man. He's fast enough to keep up with him, as you can see. Now, yeah, you're not getting those post moves over Wayne Embry, but splash that, Jarrett Jack. That's what I'm talking about. Good assist from Dino. He does have... I don't think he has Dimer. I don't believe he does. So that may be, if you want to run him more of a point center type of play style with him, giving him like floor general and Dimer are probably going to be pretty helpful. But I honestly wouldn't. He only has 4 badge slots. I wouldn't waste him on those unless that's really going to be your main focal point of your offense. Realistically, I think Deadeye and clamps are going to be a little more important. Though you can get away without giving him clamps. Especially if you're running him at center. There we go. That moving 2 is lethal. I like that a lot. It's 11-8, dude. It's not really time for the rage quit yet. Camp Wayne, baby. It's a pretty sweet name. Okay, I think he's just changing some settings around. All right, yeah, he is. And then calling timeout immediately, which I'm assuming he'll probably let run all the way down. But so far, I'm liking Dino quite a bit, especially when it comes to amethyst-based squad. So if we have like a limited run where it's like amethyst and diamonds only, or diamond and below only, or something like that, like I'll probably use Dino over any other diamond big man. Like I'd use him, like I said, I'd use him over Brook Lopez. I would use him over Tim Duncan. I would use him over Rudy Gobert. Sabonis, probably. Sabonis is a little closer. There we go. Good defense. Oh, okay. Well, Wayne Embry's going to get that bucket. And to be honest, outside of a couple pink diamond big men, I'd probably use him over that, just for his combination of play styles. He fits so many different molds that it's hard to really tell people not to go get this card, though I will say I don't think 50K... I don't know, man, because like if I'm telling people to go buy Brook Lopez for 30K for a budget center option, and then Dino's out here for around the same price, I'd probably pay 30K over... Yeah, I'd probably play 30K for Dino over Brook Lopez, realistically, depending on which release you like more. I mean, realistically, outside of the opals, I think Dino might actually be like an incredibly good center. He might be like top tier, especially with his ability to shoot from the corners like that. Wet. That's what I'm talking about. We got 14 points for Dino already in the first quarter. I can't wait to bring my bench unit in. I'm a big fan of that. Good block by Isaac right there. Let's go. Throw it to Dissinger? Absolutely not. We're going to take that shot. Green light. Splash. That's what I'm talking about. Once you get that release timing down with Dino, that's when it becomes a massive problem, because it's going to be really hard to block Dino's shots because of his wingspan. Not many cards, like Wayne Embry is a really good defensive matchup for him, but he does not have the wingspan necessary to contest Dino on a consistent basis. Like, yeah, in the post for sure, and he's definitely going to get some percentages of contest up on him, but he's not going to block him. That's the key. And look, you're playing against the RNG at that point. Oh, let's go. Hit it. Ah, damn. All right, so we're a couple minutes in. I didn't realize the quarters were so short. My bench unit came in and did work as it does. So we're going to run some more gameplay with Dino, see what we can do. We got 17 points, 2 rebounds already. I will say, like, maybe I'm just having bad luck, but he doesn't seem to be rebounding the ball as much as I'd like him to. But that could also be just because I'm making a lot more of my shots right now. Oh, let's feed it to him. Big boy in the paint. Get off me, Jarrett Jack. I don't really know why Jarrett Jack keeps switching on to Dino, though. This has happened like a lot this game, and I don't know if this is some sort of glitch I'm not aware of. Dude, Danny Granger is locked down by Brian Russell, bro. There we go. Good board. Out rebounds. Embry, he does have those massive arms, though, so he's going to pull so many boards. Hit it. Oh, that 11% coverage really killed me right there. But either way, man, I personally, if he goes under 30K, I think he's probably worth the price at this point, just because I think, like I said, he's going to be a better option than a lot of the diamond guys are. So I caution calling him a budget card. I don't necessarily think, because there's going to be a bunch of YouTube videos like the best budget card in the game. First off, if a dude's 30K, he's not a budget card, number one. Like, it's just it's a fact. Like, it's just not a thing. Like, Jarrett Jack's a budget card. This is like a semi-budget card. Good block right there. He does block shots like crazy, though. Oh, don't do this. Don't leave me wide open. Oh, okay. Or, you know, maybe do. I was about to say, you got your Mario Moon on me. Like, you better hack before he gets abused. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It really depends what his price is. Yup, Dino hit that. Oh, that was terrible. But it's wet. Okay. Like I said, off the catch and shoot, man. He's next level. And we're forcing the rage quit. Absolutely. So at the end of the day, I mean, I think he's better than a Brook Lopez. I think he's better than like a Rudy Gobert. I also think he's better than like Tim Duncan. I don't really necessarily think he's better than like DeMarcus Cousins or some of the more upper echelon centers in this game. I think he's good. He's definitely not as far back as you'd think. He is really good, but at the same time, like, you could tactically downgrade DeMarcus Cousins and get like 100-something K MT and then go grab Dino for 30. That actually makes a lot of sense for a lot of teams, but at the same time, if he's under 30K, I think he's probably worth it at this stage, but I would wait it maybe till tomorrow or later tonight when his price dips a little bit and then go pick him up. He's also a really good snipe target like I talked about earlier, so definitely worthwhile card. Anyways, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. Appreciate you watching the video. Check out the description for all my stuff, and I'll be back with a couple more videos today, so definitely check those out. And yeah, Dino's a GOAT, man.